I'm an actress, primarily. I can't really explain it. I knew my entire life, ever since I was a small child, that was like who I was on the inside.
This is a space where powerful stories unfold.
I would have to say my first love is the theater. Speaking of AI, that's someplace we're never going to be replaced.
Conversations with women who lead, inspire, and break barriers.
Through the film medium, theater, television, all these things, messages can be relayed in a very thoughtful manner that people respond to. I think culturally, it's extremely important.
Built on passion, driven by fearless women. Welcome to Driven Women.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here in the car in my live podcast, Driven Women, with Ann Russo, and we're taking her on a ride. Right, Ann, are you ready?
I'm so ready. I've never been more ready.
Sounds good. So, Ann, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, let's see. I'm from New York originally. I've spent most of my life there or in Los Angeles, and I've recently moved to London with my husband and son. My daughter just started college, and I'm acclimating to London at the moment and managing our other households as well. So I've been traveling a lot as of late. I'm an actress primarily. Have been spending most of my time parenting, managing our family, and now with my daughter having started college and finally being in one place with my husband and son, focusing more on my craft again.
Fantastic. And how did you get into acting?
I'm one of the people who I think I knew my entire life, like ever since I was small child, that was like who I was on the inside. I can't really explain it. I think that there's certain people who know certain things about themselves from an early age, and it's just who they are.
Yeah.
And that's, it's always been a part of me. And even in periods when I'm not working, I think I identify with that, that title.
And what has been one of your favorite roles so far?
Oh gosh, I mean, we'd probably have to go back in time, like to theater roles, playing Sonia.
Do you like more the film, or do you like theaters?
Well, I love the theater, and
Yeah.
when you see amazing theater, there's nothing like it. And it's certainly, speaking of AI, that's someplace we're never going to be replaced, I think. But I would have to say my first love is the theater. Yeah, I mean, do I love amazing films? Yes. And have I had a lot of satisfaction from working on films, television, even a commercial? Yes, but my primary love is the theater.
Okay, and then how about, the whole industry now and being a mother? It's a full-on profession being an actress or an actor, and then also being a mother. So how did you handle that?
Yeah, I don't know that I handled it very well, to be honest with you, but I'm trying. It's ongoing.
Yeah.
And especially now with having relocated and I have gone through a pretty major life change. First, you know about this, like when you see one of your kids off to university, it's like that's a life change.
Yeah.
And then also relocating has been a life change. So, I would say that it's ongoing, but one thing I have been dedicating time to is going to see more and more theater and remembering that, having space for that so I can remember that part of my life.
Yeah.
And even working on things, on my own, even though theater is a shared experience, but reworking on things on my own so that I can exercise those muscles and think creatively about what I can turn something into, because I think at this point in my life, a lot of my energy is going towards creating new material as well.
And what about with your husband? Have you ever done a film with him?
Why, yes, I have.
Cool.
I've done several films with him.
What was it like working together?
It was normal, actually. It was quite normal. And I think, again, when I met my husband, which was an awfully long time ago, decades ago, I think that we were drawn to each other as creative people and artists. And that was part of, I don't know that I really would have coupled up with someone in my 20s who was not a creative person, because I think, now I think many of my friends, even though maybe not like quote unquote artists, they're creative thinkers, and those are the kind of people I'm attracted to. And so by the time we actually we've been working together for so long. Even before we did films together, he helped me on a play that I did, or when I've had auditions, just helping me run things and giving me feedback. It's just, we're always like,
so it's a full-on team.
Yeah, it ebbs and flows.
So going forward now, when the kids are older and also changing their lives, going into next stage of their life, I guess, going to university, are you going to put yourself more out there back again?
I'm trying, yeah. That's what I am trying. I'm taking, listen, like I said, I'm doing multiple things at once.
Yeah.
Working on material myself.
Yeah.
Reaching back out to people who I've worked with before.
Yeah.
And because they're still working in the industry, there's a lot of actors, right? So, but seeing what's going on and what's in production, so reaching out to those people that I know. And then in addition to that, I'm extremely interested in what other people are working on, especially women, because now I'm in the privileged position that I can actually help others produce material, which I think is very important. I learned this thing at the David Bowie exhibit at the V&A Museum, where he had this quote that was something, I'm paraphrasing, as an artist, you get to create what the future of art is.
Yeah. And
even if I'm not working as an actor, if I'm helping create the future of art, even if it's through others' work, then I feel like I'm doing what I'm meant to do, because I think things can go right through art.
Yeah.
And through the film medium, theater, television, all these things, messages can be relayed in a very thoughtful manner that people respond to. I think culturally it's extremely important.
And what does Cash and Rocket means to you?
Yeah, that's really interesting, because I think what it means to me now is it's really something that, as I've gotten to know you better, Julie, something that it's extremely important, extremely inspiring, that it is bringing a unique group of women together to experience joy and fun and beauty, which are all extremely important things in life.
Yeah.
But with the sole purpose of supporting charities that help children, and especially with education, and having that as the underlying premise for the event, the yearly event, it's amazing. And I wasn't sure that before I did it, this is my first time, as you know, experiencing this, that I fully understood what it was and how amazing that the women you have chosen to participate and who have stepped up to the plate, because of course it's been in my brain space for years. I just have never been able to carve out the time to do it. It's incredible. It's beautiful and magical and life affirming. Really.
It's also this bond that you all are creating, which is amazing for me to watch. Is that connection that you guys are all getting with each other over those 4 days. You know, these friendships. We're all super busy, but it's not also easy to create friendships with like-minded women at a certain age, or especially with the busy lives and work and children, and I really like watching that and seeing how you guys all get on.
And you're like the mother hen, you know that everyone. I mean, I'm still struggling to remember names and whatnot, but you have these personal bonds with each and every one of these women, which is just amazing.
Yeah, but they are amazing. They've all got some incredible stories to tell.
I know, but can you just give yourself some credit for a minute here? Like, you're pretty amazing, because I don't think anybody else is doing this. I mean, it's really a unique idea that you came up with. I don't, right?
I like the adventure part.
Yeah.
I love connecting and meeting new people.
Yeah.
And I love driving, as you know.
Good, that's good, because I don't. The car part isn't my favorite, but it's like, why not?
But the interesting part is when you're in a car, you get to hang out, yeah?
That's
true. So you get to look at the conversations we had yesterday. The three of us bonding and talking about life and all of that. You wouldn't do that in the same way just around a lunch for an hour and a half. You just wouldn't.
And the other thing is that, the cars do draw attention to the cause.
And you can move. We're in 4 different cities in 4 days. So that awareness, that's why driving the change is such an important part of it, because we really are driving the change by spreading the awareness to all the different people, It's super important for the charities, because people will then go back and look at their names and then start Googling what does these charities do.
Yeah.
And then they get the knowledge of that, and they get, more people following them and donating to them. So it does make a massive impact. When were you last feel seen? And tell me something about yourself that people wouldn't know.
Okay, let's see. I mean, I actually really felt seen just yesterday. I mean, when I met one woman on Cash and Rocket who we just started talking about, she's, original Dubai native, which I have never met someone who was born and spent their whole life in Dubai. I've only met people who've relocated there. And some of the things about that she thought I've never been to Dubai, that I would like about it. And I thought that somehow did make me feel seen. And then I was really touched by her perspective, because she's really had a different life experience spending her life there than I've had. Let's see, what's something that you wouldn't know about me?
Come on, come out with it. And if you said something that you are on OnlyFans, then I know that's not true.
You know what? I to be honest with you, I feel like probably if it had been the right moment in my life. I mean, I don't really villainize OnlyFans, but
it's amazing, that platform, those actresses and everything, they are making so much money.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I've never seen anything explored like that. Like, they literally millions.
Wow.
On a monthly basis by sending photos of their back. No, but I mean, the requests are quite, some of them are super simple, and let alone, it's an incredible platform.
But I wonder if you can access it in China, because there's so many things you can't get on Facebook in China.
Yeah, I don't know about the Chinese market.
The
but,
Chinese market for OnlyFans.
For OnlyFans. We should find out. Let's Google that one as well. So thank you so much, Anne, for joining me here in the car and for answering all my questions.